Did it.
We did it.
3 people came.
Did a good.
Welcome to Smart Hiring for Startups and Small Businesses. I'm here with Sel Watts, the founder and people experience expert of What's Next and What's Next PX here in the US, and she has over 20 years of experience in people strategy. And you actually got your start in recruitment.
I did. I started in recruitment, and it was the best industry to start your career, regardless of what you want to go into. I would recommend anyone starting out, and I know you feel the same way about this, anyone that is starting out in their career and they don't know what to do, go into recruitment, because you learn everything. Learn how to work hard, business development, organisation skills, relationship building, all the things that will benefit you in every area.
Yeah, definitely. So today we have an exciting workshop planned, and we're going to keep it pretty casual and conversational. So feel free to write any questions in as we go, and let's get started. I know you have a good story about Richard Branson.
Yeah.
Can I tell it?
Okay, I always start any sort of training or presentations like this with a Richard Branson quote. And the reason is because I was lucky enough to spend time with him on his island, Necker Island, which you may or may not have heard of. An incredible opportunity to go there with a number of other entrepreneurs and learn from a number of people. But the reason I share this story is not to brag about being with Richard Branson on Necker Island, although that is a pretty braggable story. It's more about the fact that I spend a lot of time observing him throughout that time, as you can imagine. If you were sort of sitting near someone like him, you'd be spending a lot of time looking at what he's doing. And one of the things I noticed in our workshops and sessions where we had speakers talking is that obviously we were all sitting there with our notebooks, taking lots of notes of everyone, as you do. And he was doing exactly the same thing. And I thought it was really interesting because he's someone who we would say is one of the best entrepreneurs in the world. He's worked across so many different industries. He has so many impacts on the world generally. And he has an absolute commitment to learning. And I thought it was so cool that he was writing just as many notes as I was. And it really reminded me that we are always learning and that we can never know enough, and there's always something to learn from somebody. And I think in this day and age, it's wonderful to have things like webinars and podcasts where we can learning. So, if Richard Branson still has something to learn, then, so do we.
A lot of you have probably heard the saying, hire slowly and fire quickly or fast. So, what do you think about this? Mindset? Yes, and look, the first time I heard this, which was quite some time ago, I thought, that makes sense. And being an employer, I know that any underperforming people that I've ever had to work with, I've always taken too long to deal with that and work out an exit strategy for them or the next plan for them. And I've seen so many people make rash decisions when they're recruiting. So when I saw this, okay, that makes sense. But then I thought about it more clearly, and I thought, you know what? Sometimes what hiring slowly means for some people is not making a decision, and we don't want to do that, because one thing I will say is that it is highly unlikely that you are going to find the perfect candidate that's going to tick every single one of your boxes. And if you're waiting for that, you could literally be waiting forever. We have to weigh up and weight what's most important. And we want to make sure that we're not hiring so slowly that we're actually just stopping ourselves from making a decision. What we need to do is we need to hire as per a structured process. So I don't care if it's super fast, as long as there's a process that you're following to make sure that you are checking all the things you need to check, getting all the information you need to get. So fire quickly, yes. Hire slowly, no. Hire as per a really detailed process. The other thing is that you're delivering a brand promise. So you are putting, as a company, you put your brand out there, and we think of our brand and our marketing all to do with our customers. But our customers are our candidates are our customers, and if we're putting out there that we're, like before, we're putting out there that we're a really innovative, creative, new age company, and then our entire marketing around recruitment looks the complete opposite,
So we're saying this is what we are, so we need to be that. And we recently saw that with a company that we know quite well, that they'd gone out to market to recruit, and they were putting out there a philosophy that totally misaligned to what their business actually does. And so we highlighted that to them to get them to understand that, hey, you're saying this thing to the market, but you're saying this to your employees, and it shows that you don't really believe in what you sell.
Yeah, I think that's so important that you live for. I mean, internally, we use all the tools that you help other businesses with externally, and I think that's like for an employee, especially someone in sales, like I can sell what we're doing here because I believe in it, because we live what we're doing for our customers.
Yeah.
And when that's not adding up for your people, it's going to show, and it's the reason that people leave companies.
Yeah, they say, we say we're this, but when you're inside, it's not like that at all. So giving a people experience. So it
actually ties in really well with
that. It does. It ties in beautifully. I always think about, most of us, there's probably more so now people that go straight from college or school into owning their own business, but most of us have been an employee in some capacity, whether it be working at McDonald's or going into a job after college. And so we understand what it's like to go through a recruitment process. As a candidate, we see an ad or we hear about it, we spend time putting our application in, we send it in, we're waiting. We get an interview, so we get excited, we tell our friends, we go for the interview, we spend time, we might buy a new outfit, we're nervous, we go and we have an experience, and then we leave and we're waiting to hear, the whole family's waiting to hear, and then we get it or we don't get it, and then we start or not. Now that experience is really important, and so as a recruiter we are providing an experience for an individual where this means something to them. It means something to them and their family, and they go to effort. And I know we've all got examples of candidates who haven't cared and haven't put any effort in, but generally if you're attracting great candidates, they're going to have an experience. So what is that experience that you're giving them? And that is, what is it like to come for an interview with you? Is it intimidating? Are you running late? Is it disorganized? Do you have people coming in and leaving halfway through?
Are they canceling on you last minute for a phone screen?
Exactly. Are they not finding out, that if they got the job or not? What experience? How would they describe the recruitment experience that you're giving them? This is so important that they would walk away saying, that was a really great experience, and I learned a lot from that, and it was respectful and good use of my time, even though I might not have been successful.
And know what we do offer for recruitment. I'm going to upload that here right now. So this is our recruitment offering. Just a little brochure, 2 pages, to give you a good sense of how we can come in and help you.
Yeah, it's been specifically designed, our recruitment offering, everything we do is specifically designed for small to medium businesses and fast growth startups. And it really is, everything is customised specifically for that space. That's the space we work in. We don't work with enormous corporates. This is what we know inside out, so everything's
And what team size do you really love to work with? What's your...
Look, anything from sort of 5 to 60 staff is like what I really like, but it depends on the structure of the business. If it's a bigger business and we're working with a teams within that. But we work with mainly founders, looking at how do we increase performance in the team.
And then I just wanted to share an offer for a free consultation for 30 minutes. Feel free to book a call, and we can chat with you about how we can help you with your people.
Great. 12:01.
I will just hit publish on that so that you can book a call, and have a great day, everybody.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.